Thank you, Marcia, for this interview. Now, please welcome Lascott Terry, a veteran from the war. Thank you very much. Please as Mr. Asquith, whoever the past Prime Minister, is entering. Thank you very much. Sit down. We're beginning the debate, and if it's okay with you, Mr. Lascott Terry, we will begin with question towards the Prime Minister. Why did Britain enter this war?
Britain entered this war because we wanted to ensure peace in Europe. We wanted to ensure that our continent was peaceful and safe for our citizens. We were fighting against a colossal power that had both nationalistic and imperialistic vibes. If I am asked what we're fighting for, I can reply in two sentences. In the first place, to fulfill a solemn international obligation, an obligation of honor with which no self-respecting man could possibly have repudiated. I say, secondly, we're fighting to vindicate the principle that small nationalities are not to be crossed in defiance of international good faith at the arbitrary will of a strong and overmastering power. That's what I have said during a speech to the Parliament about entering the war. That's what I had stated, and I still believe that these two reasons are why we entered this war and why we fought so bravely. An example is France. France was a country that was not economically stable at the time, but and the fear was that it would become a German subordinate. Now we sent our troops there to ensure peace in that place.
So you're telling me that the war happened for British pride and to bring peace in Europe?
Absolutely.
You, Mr. Lascott, did you feel like when you were fighting that this war was to bring peace?
No, absolutely not. I mean, when you have around 4 million people dying in total, how is peace there? How can you portray peace when your brothers are dying in war, especially when there's a large amount of people dying and really you're getting forced to fight in such cases?
Before the war, did you feel that your pride was threatened?
No, before the war, I was a normal citizen. I went to the camps that I had to. When I had to train, I did. I wasn't forced to go. And when the war started, I was actually forced by, not necessarily the Prime Minister himself, but the generals he hired, that if I didn't fight, then it could be a matter of death or living or death, dying. So.
There were some extreme cases where we took care of it, and I have to say I was not the Prime Minister during the full time of the war, so I do not know what happened. I do not have such a complete understanding of what happened from a certain point and on. However, your pride, you did not feel like your pride was endangered because we did not allow it to. The administration of this country made its primary goal the fact that we did not want any of our citizens feeling like their patriotic pride and what they stood for and their rights were endangered, and that is why we sent troops out in the battlefield, and that is why we were active during the war.
Well, I want to ask you now something else. What did the cost of only the bullets during one 24-hour period was nearly 3 to 4 million pounds. How are we going to survive this?
Well, Britain is a self-sustainable country. I take pride in that. And I know that we're economically stable enough to be able to survive and thrive internationally again. However, other countries, smaller ones in Europe, do not have this advantage. They do not have the advantage of being so economically stable and being able to thrive. And that is why we had to help the countries that were not ready for war the most survive through such tough times.
Well, thank you very much both. I'm afraid that at this point the debate must come to an end. Remember, until next time, that